In order to add students as users, you would log into Ren Place as normal. You would just click on users down here on the left side. Click on it, simply click add student, and you just type in their first name, the first student I will be adding. Let's see here. How about Gage Edie? So type in Gage. Tab down, you just need the last name as well. So it'd be E-D-D-I-E, I believe. And then, nope, not Eddie. Tab down for username is just going to be their first initial and the first four of their last name, like that. Their password is just going to be their first initial, so for Gage it will be G, and then the first initial of their last name, which would be E. Then you confirm their password with GE. You come down here, you do not need to do anything with gender, any of that, you just go to grade. Most of these should be first grade unless they are a new student. And click Save and Add. Is all you have to do. In some cases, if a student has a sibling, say for example, if Luca DeBlay had an older sibling, let's go through and do Luca real quick. Luca, then last name D-E-B-L-A-Y. Then you do his username, D-E-B-L-L-D-E-B-L. Oh wait. Password would be LD. In the event that, say, Luca had an older sister named Lisa, and this was already taken, we simply just add a number 1 behind it. Or if that is taken as well, you can add a number 2. When you go to click Save and Add, it will tell you whether or not that username is already being used. So just wait for that prompt. Otherwise, just use the first initial and the first 4 of their last name. Choose their grade. Save and add. It's that easy. Oh, already exists. So he has already been added. Way to go, Mr. Holiday. So it lets you know if somebody has already created one for them. That specific username, I would just double check and see if that student has already been added. So in order to do that, I'd click View Students. And then I would just type in Luca's first name and hit search, and look, there he is. He's already been added, so I don't have to add him. In order to add these students to your classroom, you're going to click on Courses and Classes, and then you come and you find your name. For instance, I will be 12 Scott. I will choose which class it is I want to add them to, whether it be communications or problem solving. I'm going to choose add or remove students. I know I need to add Gage Edie, so I'm going to just type in Gage, hit enter, and there he is. I check mark him and I add him over. And you can do this for multiple students, so you could go through and just type in the first name of all the students you need to add and check mark it and click it over. And then just hit the save button when you're done and they will be in there. Make sure that the products that are assigned right here have, say for instance for communications, you want to make sure they have star reading on there as well as accelerated reader. And then for problem solving, accelerated math, math facts in a flash, and star math. The way you can edit that, if you need to change it at all, is go back to your home. You can choose your courses and classes. Then over here where it says Scott, you could click Assign Products. That would mean that over here when I look at my communications, for instance, I could unassign accelerated reader, or I could unassign star reading, or I could check that and I could choose what I want to add to it and click Assign or Unassign. So that is how you do that. When you need to start assigning objectives, you'll come back to your home screen here. You will click on your accelerated math, and then you go to your assignment book. In the assignment book, I'll drop down to Scott's. Here's, I don't want one too extended, I just want my basic problem solving. Sometimes, like when we have students who make it out of a library, there's multiple classes that are listed. You can delete those through the user menu like I showed before, or you can just leave them there because you'll eventually need them. So for instance, I need to make sure that I am assigning the right objective list. To do so, I'm going to choose an existing objective list, and then I will choose select. So I can come through here and I'm going to choose the first grade Engage New York Align. This makes sure that the objectives are in the order, and I would click save. I'm not going to do this right now because I do not have all my students in my library yet, but that is how you would save, or how you would assign, and that's the very first thing that you have to do before you can start to generate your assignments. I think that is all for this show. Thanks for watching.